บที่1นะคะตัวแทนจากองค์การบริหารจังหวัดชลบุรีได้หัวข้อที่3ค่ะเชิญค่ะขอเสียงปรบมือด้วยค่ะ
Good afternoon, judges. My name is Prabija. I study at Budodom School at Sufficiency. It's a great honor for me to represent my school here today. So, I beg you, lend me your ears as I bless them with knowledge. We all know about the great King of Manai and the wonderful thing he has done in the past. But how does his legacy affect us today? Let us start at the beginning. Thailand is the monarchy, and the king is the most important figure in the whole of Thailand. He is the embodiment of loyalty, the anchor with noble virtues. He is to be held at the highest level of respect at all times. And the great King Lamanai has served his country more than 70 years and has done a very great service for Thailand. King Lamanai was fundamental in the development of Thailand 4.0. We can see his hard work all around us today. Have you ever asked yourself how comfortable we are today? Take a look at our road and infrastructure. Thailand's technology is far more advanced than most countries and far more accessible to most of its people. The king had a dream for Thailand. You could only whisper it, and anything more than a whisper, it would vanish. It was so fragile, and I fear it will not survive the winter. Judges, let us whisper now, together, you and I, the philosopher of a great king. That's sufficiency economy. For some people, sufficiency economy is about agriculture. The farm is to be spread into 4 parts. The first is to build a water source to acquire water during the rainy season and store it, use it during the dry season. The second will be to grow rice, as most Thai people eat rice as the main part of the diet. Growing rice will provide you with food for the whole year, and you do not need to spend money on purchasing rice, thus saving on expenditure. The third will be to grow fruits or the crops, including some herbs, provide you with proteins and vitamins you need for a healthy life, and all unused products can be sold for profit. And the last part is to build and maintain your farm, also to feed the animals you have, whether they are chicken, pigs, or cow. This is the common understanding of sufficiency economy, although it's correct, but it's just a tip of the iceberg. This part is known as new agriculture. That is all fair and well, but how can we apply this to our daily lives? I am merely a student. Let us set up a hypothetical situation. I am a student. My parents give me 2,000 baht a month, which I will pay all my social expenses. All the money we spend must be moderate proportionate to our income. That means that I'll only spend 500 baht on snack and 500 baht on other social events, leaving me with 1,000 baht that I'll save. All decisions we make must be reasonably justified using moral values and social norms. The future is unknown and uncertain. Thus, we must prepare for the unforeseen. I will save a little bit every month, so if something happens, I will still have a rainy day fund to rely on. The king stated that the foundation building is a crucial first step to development. The development of Thailand country to Thailand 4.0 must proceed in stages. But first of all, there must be a majority of people having enough to live on by using method and equipment which are economical but technically correct well. When such a secure foundation is adequate and ready, then it can be gradually expanded and developed to raise prosperity and economic standard to a higher level by stages. As a student, we must learn, study, and acquire knowledge as much as we can about economic development because in the future there are a major development, including major infrastructure development, within the next 5 years. Satahip Chonburi is close to Uttar International Airport and Queen Sirikit Hospital. This area will show evacuate growth within the next 5 years. So, as a student, we need to learn and gain as much knowledge as we can about economic development. And then we will implement this in our community. At school, we will study, learn, and gain knowledge. Then we will implement this in our community. As a student, Thank you for your time today.
ขอเสียงปรบมือให้น้องด้วยค่ะองค์การบริหารส่วนจังหวัดชลบุรีนะคะใช้เวลาทั้งหมดไป5 นาที 50 วินาทีค่ะผู้เข้าประกวดลำดับที่ 2 ค่ะตัวแทนจาก ผู้เข้าประกวดลำดับที่ 2 ค่ะตัวแทนจากองค์การบริหารส่วนจังหวัดเชียงใหม่ได้หัวข้อที่ 1เชิญค่ะขอเสียงปรบมือด้วยค่ะ
Good afternoon, Mr. Jazz. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor for English speech competition. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Nopalanikanwan. I am a student from Mai Vidya Home School, Chiang Mai Provincial Administrative Organization. Today, I would like to talk about to be successful for learning in Thailand 4.0 era. Recently, Thailand is moving forward to the 4.0 era that is driven by innovation, technology, and creativities, with its visions of prosperity, stability, and sustainability. Therefore, Thai education needs to be reformed in order to move forward to the education 4.0 as well. Education in 4.0 era is not only providing the knowledge to the learner, but it also is preparing the learners to be a humanity or better people. In addition to the learned knowledge, the learners will receive the skills development that is necessary of everyday life. To be successful for learning in Thailand 4.0 era, I would like to introduce the King's philosophy, which was proposed by King Bhumibol, our beloved king. It is the valuable approach to improve the Thai people's ways of life to lead good occupation, powerful education, achieve country development, and overall sustainability. The principle of the King's philosophy consists of understanding, connecting, and developing. Based on the principle of the King's philosophy, the first one, developing. Understanding means to set a clear and specific goal. We should set a goal and understand the power of goal as it we have to give a strong belief that we can achieve the success, and every success starts from strong belief. The second one, connecting, is to use the right strategies and review the strategies periodically. We need to have what the proper and suitable strategies for learning and for different subjects, and needs to review the strategies periodically for continuous improvement from time to time based on the results. And the last one, developing, means to take action. This is one of the most important steps to achieve success. We have to plan their revision time and revise after class. And we have to make it useful for all the tests and exams to identify what the weakness in order to improve and reinforce the understanding. To sum up, to be successful for learning in Thailand 4.0 era, by following the King's philosophy, we will become the potential and skillful learners who are able to create innovation in the future. However, all success needs to have their own GPS system, like driving the cars. G is a goal, P is its perseverance, and S is sacrifice. The path from dreams to success does exist. However, we need to have perseverance to follow it. That completes my talk. I would like to thank everyone here for your kind attention. Thank you.
นี่คือตัวแทนนะคะจากเทศบาลจากองค์การบริหารส่วนจังหวัดเชียงใหม่นะคะใช้เวลาทั้งหมดไป4นาที13วินาทีค่ะผู้เข้าประกวดลำดับที่3นะคะตัวแทนจากเทศบาลนครศรีธรรมราชกับหัวข้อที่3ขอเสียงปรบมือค่ะ
first know some working techniques by chance? You have got the better ideas from discussing the social hot issue with your friends? Or you have gained more knowledge from activities done outside the classroom? If your answer is yes, we cannot deny that learning can happen at anywhere, anytime, through any resources. Good afternoon, judges, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. My name isประด and I'm the representative from Peteric Demonstration School, Nakhon Si Thammarat Municipality. Dear audience, the focus of my speech today is about learning. When talking about learning, the inspirational message I always keep in mind is King Rama the Ninth Royal Philosophies. Only fill a glass of water half full. You will always learn to seek for more knowledge. With this in mind, I have raised my awareness of making the most of every day and to take full advantage of learning opportunity. We should never say no to ourselves when given opportunity to learn, as there are always new skills and techniques that we can acquire. Of course, learning can take our whole lifetime. We start learning from the moment we open our eyes to see the world to the moment we close our eyes to leave the world. As we are common people like us, we are taught from an early age that if we want a good education and a bright future, we should associate our learning at formal education at school, college, university, and so on. Right, audience? We are now living in a rapidly changing world, and there are a lot of new theories and innovations that are occurring continuously. As a result, learning is no longer restricted to within the four walls of the classroom or the confines of traditional school time. This is not enough for coping with such change. As we are the youth in the era of Thailand 4.0, we are regarded as the backbone of our society. We have an important role in our society to become the future of our nations, and this reminds us of this statement: one nation's future depends on the quality of the youth. To be the youth with quality in the current era, we must prepare ourselves for the innovative change and keep open up to new challenges. We must have knowledge of science and technology because this field is considered as essential in every sector of society. No one can deny that science and technology have made life easier and overall better with the continual advances. Community service is one of the most important activities that the youth in the era of Thailand 4.0 have to perform. As mentioned before, we have to learn how to live with other people in the society. Taking part in the community service creates opportunity for the youth to learn and gain greater experience in the real life situations. We can develop our skills in leadership, communication, working within a team, and also finding solutions for problems. In conclusion, the role of the youth in the era of Thailand 4.0 is crucial. We must have a positive influence on other young people and create an identity for ourselves. This is very essential for the youth in the era of Thailand 4.0 that have to perform to make our Thailand 4.0 and to keep our nations forward. Thank you so much for your attention.
นี่คือผู้เข้าประกวดระดับที่3นะคะตัวแทนจากเทศบาลนครศรีธรรมราชใช้เวลาทั้งหมดไป4นาที19วินาทีค่ะ ผู้เข้าประกวดลำดับถัดไปลำดับที่ 4 ค่ะ องค์การบริหารส่วนจังหวัดเชียงรายกับหัวข้อที่ 2 เชิญค่ะ ขอเสียงปรบมือด้วยค่ะ
Test. Gandhi said, live as if you will die tomorrow. Learn as if you will live forever. Good afternoon, honorable judges. My name is Panawat from Chiang Rai Provincial Administrative Organization School. Today, I would like to share my idea with you all about creating opportunities for learning. As we know, education plays a vital role in shaping successful people. It gives us an opportunity to become a good citizens in civilized society. We learn how to meet challenges and overcome obstacles. We learn how to become an integrated personality and maintain the lengthening of our culture. People learn basic norms, rules, regulations, and values of society through education. Moreover, high-quality education enables us to lead a successful life, enhances our intelligence, skills, knowledge, and brings positive changes to our life. However, kids that live near borders all around Thailand lack any education. The following are the results from National Statistical Office that is sponsored by the UNICEF. It found that families that don't speak Thai language, as well as the poor ones, do not have access to basic education, and they are not covered by any public insurance, and they don't have access to proper education and security in life. Generally speaking, the educational system in different parts of Thailand is not the same. So, the proper growth and development of people and societies varies according to the weak and strong educational system of that particular part. And where is the good education in Thailand? Yes, the answer is Bangkok, the capital city of Thailand, because it's wealthy. How unfair is that? To solve these problems, we must be concerned about the opportunity of learning by sending the teachers to teach the poor families and in the schools in remote areas. And we also have to give the teachers a good compensation. Moreover, we need to use modern technology such as AI, learning voice daylight, or learning application that will help everyone have access to the education accidentally. As the saying goes, kids will be kids, wherever they come from or whatever their religion is. They have the right to the good education. For me, the opportunities of learning is very important because I have goals that I desire to achieve. And without this opportunity, I would have to settle a low-class lifestyle, scrapping from paycheck to paycheck. Recent statistics shows that nationally 43% of people with the lowest literacy skills live in poverty. 17% receive welfare cards, and 70% have no jobs or part-time jobs. I refuse to be statistic. Without this opportunity, my aspirations would stay what they were, just dream. To make my dream come true, I follow the concept of King Bhumibol with 4 principles on how to learn wisely. The first is determination with faith, as the strong will in seeking knowledge in good faith, from proper and careful consideration, with impartiality and rationality. Second is seeking knowledge with morality, referring to self-development. Third is bringing knowledge into real use wisely, that is, through the use of wisdom to adapt both theoretical and practical knowledge to suit the condition with honesty and in good faith, showing responsibility and discipline towards the public. And the fourth is keeping abreast with changes and new developments. Honorable judges, I invite you all to prepare yourself for the revolution to change the world as it is today by following His Majesty, the King Romanized concept. Then we will step forward to the world stage with confidence. Thank you for your attention.
อาจารย์ประเมินด้วยค่ะผู้เข้าประกวดลำดับที่ 4 นะคะตัวแทนจากองค์การบริหารส่วนจังหวัดเชียงรายนะคะกับหัวข้อที่ 2 ใช้เวลาทั้งหมดไป 5 นาที 31 วินาทีค่ะไปนะคะผู้เข้าประกวดลำดับที่ 5 นะคะตัวแทนจากองค์การบริหารส่วนจังหวัดระยองกับหัวข้อที่ 1 เชิญค่ะขอเสียงปรบมือค่ะ
Panel of judges, parents, teachers, and my fellow students. Good afternoon. My name is Thanabat Kapimai. I'm representing Matayom Das in Rayong Schools. This is my first time joining the competition ever. At first, I hesitated to join because I'm a shy person, but the topic got me very interested. The beloved late King Bhumibol Adulyadej designed a sufficiency economy philosophy. According to him, the goal is to create a balanced and stable development at all levels, from the individual, families, community to society at large by developing the ability to cope with the critical challenges and rapid changes. He adhered to and helped develop the living conditions of Thai people nationwide. To this day, we remember him for his many wonderful accomplishments. It's undeniable that the Thailand economic growth and development attribute to King philosophy. There is a new economic policy. I learned that Thailand 4.0 is a new value-based economy and just recently became a formal and certified national policy. It was created to promote and support innovation, creativity, research and development, higher and green technologies. Key path of Thailand 4.0 underscore security, wealth and sustainability. Why Thailand 4.0 got me very interested? My province is specifically included in Thailand 4.0 blueprint. Under Thailand 4.0, The development of targeted area is the Eastern Economic Corridor. The corridor consists of Rayong, Chonburi, and Changsha provinces. I'm from Rayong, and I can tell you that the government and private industries are already buildings. Some of cutting-edge infrastructure, renovating and expanding Utapao Airfield into an international airport, and link with Bangkok's two other international airports to a rail network. I would like to speak about the advantage of EEC under Thailand 4.0 policy because I know that the benefit will be felt by residents of Rayong. Firstly, ease and shorten travel time to Bangkok. The approximate travel time to Bangkok takes 3 hours. Rayong is an industrial and agricultural province. We produce and transporting goods such as vegetables, fruits, and feed on to the capital city. In fact, Rayong has the main VL refinery, PTT Gas Incorporated. In addition, Rayong is near the sea, and we have a beautiful beach like the well-known Kap Samet. So the easy and shortening travel time to Rayong is beneficial for both transporting goods and tourism. Secondly, job opportunities. The construction and improvement of infrastructure create jobs. Companies provide training and bring in new technology. This is good, so people in our province enhance their skills. Even if not, all people in our place easily find work, and there's no need to move to other places. Okay. And people in our province like to be with families after work. To me, if people have work, they have the money to spend and create a strong economy. I believe that the King philosophy is working well in our province. Thirdly, increase of income. Businesses and tourism will bring in income for Rayong. The better can be used for various good causes such as improving of our school facility, so we can have better schools. More students will receive government assistance. For example, many students in my school receive funds to further education and help unfortunate families. Also for our roads and hospitals will be more improved. The more income generated for Rayong, the better it will be for us. In conclusion, inspired by the late King, Thailand 4.0 was created to promote and support innovation, creativity, research and development, higher and green technologies. The Eastern Economic Corridor is a crucial part in Thailand 4.0 blueprint. The realization of EEC will greatly benefit my province in 3 aspects: ease and shortened travel time to and from the capital city, job opportunity, and generate income. As a young student, I can be a voice to tell the others about the benefit of Thailand 4.0. I encourage all of us to be proactive, participate, learn more about Thailand 4.0, and contribute in any way we can to achieve the goals. Because the success of Thailand 4.0 is also success of all Thai people. I invite you all to come and visit my beautiful province, Rayong. Thank you for your attention.
เสียงปรบมือค่ะดูเข้าประกวดนะคะลำดับที่ 5 ค่ะ องค์การบริหารส่วนจังหวัดระยองนะคะกับหัวข้อที่ 1 ใช้เวลาไปทั้งหมด 5 นาที 12 วินาทีค่ะ ถัดไปค่ะผู้เข้าประกวดลำดับที่ 6 ค่ะ เทศบาลนครนนทบุรีนะคะกับหัวข้อที่ 1 เชิญค่ะ ขอเสียงปรบมือค่ะ
Can you guess how many Thai people spend their time studying the King's philosophy? Or how many of them see the benefits from learning it? Good afternoon, the honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sayamon Rapum. I'm in Material 5 at Nakhon Vitia for Wapan Pragna School. Today, I'm here to share with you my opinions about the topic, bringing the King's philosophy to learning. I think we all know His Majesty King Bhumibol Adulyadej was working very hard to improve our state of being and solved all the problems in Thailand. If we study the King Bhumibol projects and how he solved all problems in Thailand, you will agree that his working philosophy should be adapted to our own working philosophy, decision making and planning. Even though the King's philosophy is not a topic for examination, but it was created for the development of all genders, ages and walks of life, and can be applied at both individual and community levels. He traveled to the most remote corners of Thailand. He started at the cause of the problem that many people ignored. If we get the first button right, all the others will fall into line. We must first rid ourselves of the small problem, then the big problem will fall away by themselves. Have you ever heard the phrase, less is more? That's the way he solved all problems. It's a simple and uncomplicated process, but it has lots of benefits. For example, the Bumagasan project involves solving the problem of wastewater by using hyacinth flower. This flower can be found easily and cheaply. All knowledge should be adapted for the environment and the specific situation. His determination for working is a good model to follow. He spent his entire life to improve our state of being and solved all the problems in Thailand. It's a good quality that leads us to success. We must take time to complete all our responsibilities fully. One thing I want to mention is his philosophy of a sufficiency economy. A lot of people misunderstand about this philosophy. They think the principle of sufficiency economy involves only saving money or not buying expensive things. In fact, this philosophy teaches us to avoid extreme behaviors or actions. The king said, sufficiency economy means to lead reasonably comfortable life without overindulgence in luxury. But if it brings you happiness, it's permissible as long as it's within the means of individual. Adopting middle path is important. When you're working, you should get some rest for your mental and physical health. King Bhumibol didn't expect our country to become a powerful nation. He just wanted to see Thai people can live peacefully and independently. If all Thai people follow his footsteps, Thailand will become a beautiful country. Thank you.
ขอเสียงปรบมือด้วยค่ะผู้เข้าประกวดลำดับที่ 6 นะคะตัวแทนจากเทศบาลนครนนทบุรีนะคะกับหัวข้อที่ 1 ใช้เวลาไป 4 นาที 6 วินาทีค่ะ ผู้เข้าประกวดลำดับที่ 7 นะคะตัวแทนจากเทศบาลนครปฐมกับหัวข้อที่ 2 เชิญค่ะ ขอเสียงปรบมือค่ะ
Good afternoon, committee and everyone. My name is Sangwari Unler, grade 12, from Nakhon Pathom Municipality. I'm really glad to talk the speech about national development comes from the education. No one is too old to learn. I truly believe in this quote because no matter what age you are, you can still learn something new. Nowadays, it is easier to access to new knowledge, especially on the internet. So it means that you can study by yourselves everywhere and every time. Everything depends on you, whether you will study or not. Most teachers still believe that students who get a good score in the exam will be the ones who make our country better in the future. But in all reality, everyone is different. Everyone has different learning styles. Things teachers should do is to provide opportunities for students to study what they want and give them some advice about the career that they want to be in the future. In my opinion, I think we cannot know what we are good at until we have a chance to do it. Some students are not good at mathematics, but when they have a chance to speak or use English, they can do it fluently, and that makes them to be a flight attendants in the future. Some students are not good at academic subjects, but when they have a chance to study mechanics, they can learn everything about a car engine very quickly. They know how to repair a car, and then they realize that they want to start a small car repair business at their houses. Every student has different aptitude. They only need opportunities in learning to fulfill their need, to improve their skills. Because the good occupation is not just being a doctor, a mechanic, or a teacher. Our country needs people who are based at their own skill. Only few people are not able to run the country. We have to do it together. But most importantly, they have to find problems or things needed to develop first. And when people get an opportunities in education, I'm sure that they will be able to develop themselves. Because the purposes of education is making people to be disciplined, reasonable, moral, quality, and skillful. Also, to have basic life skill, know the nature and modern science among. If the country is led without knowing direction, without knowing itself, and without a future, we will not be happy, and there is no stability in life, which we would not allow ourselves to endure like that. So, today is not too late to call the faith and the power to be dedicated to education, to give everyone the opportunities to access to education. At the same, education develops people for people to develop the country. Therefore, it is not wrong to say that education is the key for develop the country. Everyone should have a chance to get a good education, not just in a classroom, but anywhere in any field of education. And when you get that chance, the future of the country is in your hands. Try to get the knowledge as much as you can and apply the knowledge to bring the best out for your country. No matter who you are, you can still make a great impact to our country. As I was saying that, no one is too old to learn. I think I can say it in another way that no one is too old to make a good thing for the country.
attention.
ขอเสียงปรบมือผู้เข้าประกวดนะคะลำดับที่ 7 ตัวแทนจากเทศบาลนครปฐมกับหัวข้อที่ 2 ใช้เวลาไปทั้งหมด 4 นาที 23 วินาทีค่ะ ลำดับถัดไปลำดับที่ 8 นะคะ จบจากลำดับที่ 8 เราจะขออนุญาตพักเบรกนะคะ ประมาณ 10-15 นาทีค่ะ ถัดไปลำดับที่ 8 ค่ะ ตัวแทนจากเทศบาลเมืองวังน้ำเย็นสระแก้วกับหัวข้อที่ 2 เชิญค่ะ ขอเสียงปรบมือค่ะ
Learning. When we hear the word learning, thousands of ideas may come to our mind. They say learning starts from our home. Some says everything you do, see, hear, or read, you can learn from it. However we say it, this means that this is the essential and the most important part of growing. Knowing what you really want to learn and why you want to learn it. I amประด and my topic is about national development that come from the education. Ladies and gentlemen, to our highly respected committee, teachers and fellow candidates, good afternoon. I am from Mathayom 4 of Misampaniya Municipal School. I would like to grab this opportunity to call out all the attentions of my fellow students and all the leaders of our community to see the basic and simplest idea, yet the most important way to help the youth of today develop their learning capacity and be able to compete around the world. First, to my fellow students, we have technology now. Instead of using it for fun, why not? Use it to optimize your learning. Isn't it the main goal of our economy? To use the technology to overcome our limitations, expand the room of our imagination, and achieve our utmost potential. For example, we can use YouTube as a personal tutor. Thousands of tutorials is available in YouTube. You can name it. You want to learn either instrument, learn a certain language, math, science, universe. Everything is available. We also have Khan Academy of academic discussion, audio books, and a lot more. We can enough time and to all the leaders help us grow. No matter how perfect our education
educational system. Without your wisdom, guidance, our creative minds, to all the will be put into waste. We made mistakes and maybe many more to come. But know that we really want to learn, to do things better, to make right decisions. The best offer as of now is to make more activities, programs, workshops that will help distinguish what will be the best career we can take in the future. We need your wisdom to guide our creative minds. Rest assured that when the time comes, we will serve our country to the fullest. And for all of us, do not fear mistakes, fear regrets. Know what you want that will bring you happiness and greatness before it's too late. And we must always remember, a nation with hope, happiness, and harmony is the will of the nation. Unleashing human potential will make Thailand ready for greatness. Are we ready? Thank you.
ผู้เข้าประกวดลำดับที่ 8 นะคะตัวแทนจากเทศบาลเมืองวังน้ำเย็นสระแก้วกับหัวข้อที่ 2 นะคะใช้เวลาไป 4 นาที 34 ขอโทษค่ะ 4 นาที 34 วินาทีค่ะช่วงนี้ขออนุญาตพักเบรกก่อนค่ะ 10-15 นาทีค่ะและเข้าสู่ช่วงการแข่งขันกล่าวสุนทรพจน์ภาษาอังกฤษต่อเลยนะคะผู้เข้าประกวดลำดับที่ 9 ค่ะตัวแทนจากเทศบาลเมืองตะกั่วป่าพังงาเชิญค่ะกับหัวข้อที่ 3 นะคะขอเสียงปรบมือด้วยค่ะ
Good day to all people that's here right now. I am Bupat Lanum, student of Paninya Municipal School, Tagua Pa, Phang and I'm here today to have a speech about strategies for faster learning in Thailand era 4.0. Thailand 4.0 is a new economic policy to help country to step out of economic trap and move country forwards in the government perspective. Thailand has been developing its economic model continuously through 3 eras. Before Thailand jumped into the 4.0 eras, there was Thailand 1.0, which was based on agriculture sector. In Thailand 2.0, focused on light of industry, and then came the heavy industry of Thailand 3.0, which caused the nation in a medium income trap with growing income inequality and imbalanced development. Now, the government is planning a 20-year national strategic plan to strengthen local economic through sufficiency academic and connect better with world markets. At present, the academic of Thailand is undergoing transformation. There are a lot of wide array of information and communication technology which play an important role in real life. The key success of transformation is to learning a new technology. So, education play an important role in this part. In an aspect of education outcomes, even though the government increased spending for access to secondary and tertiary compared to competing education, the graduates are not competitive and therefore get low rank in Asia. The outcome shows that Thais are lacking in mathematics and science and innovate less than country with comparable education. Thailand's university show the persistence quality weakness Thailand university show persistence quality weakness, especially in R&D field, which is important for new thinking and therefore for Thailand 4.0. The result is just a few startups from graduate university, and just a little reason is just a little communication and collaboration between university and industry. Thailand 4.0 is the academic model that aims to develop Thailand into free country from several academic challenges resulting from past academic development model. And this academic aims for development education too. As students, the most needed thing to happen in Thailand is reform education for education with more technology. And there's no more time and no shortcut for Thailand if Thailand is committed to achieve Thailand. Thank you.
ขอเสียงปรบมือค่ะผู้เข้าประกวดนะคะลำดับที่ 9 ตัวแทนจากเทศบาลเมืองตะกั่วป่าพังงาหัวข้อที่ 3 นะคะใช้เวลาไป 3 นาที 56 วินาทีค่ะ ผู้เข้าประกวดลำดับถัดไปนะคะลำดับที่ 10 ค่ะ ตัวแทนจากเทศบาลนครภูเก็ตกับหัวข้อที่ 2 เชิญค่ะขอเสียงปรบมือค่ะ
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, may I introduce myself. My name is Masuki Kuntom. I'm a student from Upanya Municipal School. Today, I'm very pleased to be here to make a speech about participating in national development, creating opportunity for learning. What is the greatest opportunity that you have in your life? Each person's opportunities might be different. Somebody might be lucky to be born in a rich family and have luxury lifestyles. Some might be really happy to be able to have the opportunity to travel around the world to see new places. And some might be really pleased to have the opportunity to get a lovely meal with the people they love. For me, the greatest opportunity that I have in my life is the opportunity for learning, because I strongly believe the opportunity of learning can create better people to create a strong society and a stable national development. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a student who loves learning new things all the time. I like to see the world and discovering wonderful things in and out of my classroom. My favorite subject is English, because English is an international language that people around the world using communicate each other. I really enjoy English lessons at my school. But, in fact, I study English just only 5 hours a week at my school. Do you think it is enough for Thai students? For me, obviously not. I want to learn more. I found out there aren't any problems to stop me learning in this generation, because nowadays we live in a world dominated by technologies. Our interaction with the world with one another are mediated by computer, tablet, cell phone, and other devices, giving the opportunity to everyone to learn anytime and anywhere they want to. We just need to using the advantage of technology into our learning benefits. Like I said earlier, I really love learning English. So, every day when I wake up in the morning, I usually pick up my cell phone to read the BBC English news, to inform me to the world events. By doing so, help me to practice my English ability and learning vocabulary. And if I don't know the meaning of some English words, I just use Google Translate to find an explanation and correct pronunciation. As you can see, learning is not just only in the classroom. We can learn anytime and anywhere we want. The most important way of learning in the 21st century smartly is to adapt our thinking ability and analyze our knowledge wisely. Ladies and gentlemen, just only me will not be able to make any chances to develop our beloved country, Thailand. So, I would like to take this opportunity to tell everyone that I love my country, and I'm sure everyone here feels the same. We all are so lucky to be born in the land of smiles. I wish my country to develop, and I wish that all Thai students to take the opportunity to learn by paying more attention in class and be more responsible for themselves and others. And I think in this generation, only having knowledge is not enough. We need to have morals and principles to live our life too. I strongly believe together we can make a lively society and a stable national development. And please don't stop learning, because you know that no one is too old to learn, and Thank you for giving me the opportunity to express my thoughts on this topic. Thank you. Have a lovely day.
ขอเสียงปรบมือค่ะผู้เข้าประกวดนะคะลำดับที่ 10 ค่ะ ตัวแทนจากเทศบาลนครภูเก็ตกับหัวข้อที่ 2 ใช้เวลาไป 4 นาที 48 วินาทีค่ะ ผู้เข้าประกวดลำดับถัดไปนะคะลำดับที่ 11 ค่ะ ตัวแทนจากองค์การบริหารส่วนจังหวัดนครราชสีมากับหัวข้อที่ 2 ค่ะ ขอเสียงปรบมือด้วยค่ะ
Ladies and gentlemen, once learning starts with failure. The first failure will be the beginning of education. Good afternoon. My name is Grit Kamal Prumchit. I'm from Triyamudam Siksa Namklanakon Ratasima School. As we notice, the theme of our education exhibition today is the opportunity of learning. From this phrase, we obviously realize that there are various types of learning materials, learning methods, and many other ways to engage learning in this century to develop the world in our country, Thailand. So there's one opportunity of learning that most of you might not want to take or even to face. But it really matters. Nowadays, education, which we call education for the 21st century. I myself even want to have this opportunity in my school curriculum. We call it the opportunity to learn from failures. Ladies and gentlemen, I strongly believe that the way we see failures is completely wrong. Most people they view failure as a final, a conclusion, or even as a reflection of what and who they truly are. And it's not their fault because we actually have had this drilled into our heads many times from our earliest days in schools. And some of you might remember the time when you came back home from the kindergarten without a sticker just because you you didn't master your ABC and maybe it was enough that you got from your homework assignment. Well, after all, in our history, it is filled with famous spellers. From the student whose teacher said that he was too stupid to learn anything, Thomas Edison, to the newspaperman who was fired by his editor just because he lacked imagination and he had no good idea, Walt Disney. Well, of course, not all failures can be this famous. I do have failed many times in my life, and I bet if I ask each of you, you might have your own story to tell me, right? However, failure is not the end. It is the opportunity to learn, to explore, and to improve. And most importantly, it is not the opposite of success as most people believe. It is the key component of it, being able to fight for it, to pick yourself up, or even to reach the goal or accomplishment. Education apparently is an event to acquire knowledge, to deepen your understandings, or even to emotionally and intellectually prepare for life. So what I'm saying to you today is, failures and education are synonymous. So when the students face their failures, they must disclose, accept, discuss, and reflect it. I love this practice so much because it encourages the creativity and risk-taking. And don't we need more of both of these in our world, in our country, Thailand? Too often, needing change in school, it is hampered by a lack of money, lack of resources, or even lack of supplies that are not always easily accessible. But this change doesn't require any of that. Just here and here. So how do you think and how do you feel about the failures? Of all the opportunity of learning as tools for development, I myself actively recommend you all to fail. Fail magnificently, fail spectacularly, fail gloriously, mind-blowingly, and amazingly. Because I firmly believe that if one has not tasted the bitter pill of failure, so one cannot aspire enough for success. Thank you so much.
ขอเสียงปรบมือค่ะผู้เข้าประกวดนะคะลำดับที่11ค่ะตัวแทนจากองค์การบริหารส่วนจังหวัดนครราชสีมานะคะกับหัวข้อที่2ใช้เวลาทั้งหมดไป4นาที55วินาทีค่ะ ลำดับถัดไปค่ะผู้เข้าประกวดลำดับที่ 12 ค่ะตัวแทนจากองค์การบริหารส่วนจังหวัดกาฬสินธุ์กับหัวข้อที่ 2 เชิญค่ะขอเสียงปรบมือด้วยค่ะ
Test. Okay.
The National Council for Peace and Order, Thailand has launched a 20-year national strategic plan that has set for a long-term strategy and national development. From the present to the next 20 years, it is expected that Thailand will develop with a goal for sustainable system and public services. Good afternoon, my name is Ariana Taman. I'm a Mathayom Siksa 6 student from Bokha School, Kalasin Provincial Administrative Organization. But before I start, I want to ask you this question. What is your role in the society? Young people play a crucial role in prospect for development and somehow should be included in national development. And somehow should be included in different national development programs and plans. However, the attentions of youth have not been sufficient and need considerations to have practical implication to shape the perception and the role they play in society. There are conceptual issues and related to effective youth participation in national development, such as education, employment, poverty, health, environment, and more. Furthermore, by being an active member of the society can help one to create opportunities which will lead to learning or be useful for learning. By following the principles of sufficiency economy philosophy, it provides us to learn more about our nation's independent sovereignty and our national institution, religion, monarchy, and political structure. Society that teaches us to unite and strengthen our our community and family development, security and safety that from all natural disasters and competitiveness and be able to work independently with the use of the available resources. Expanding our horizons will provide greater benefit to all and the development that will lead to upgrades in terms of knowledge and quality of life. Economic status that enables our country to create and continuously to develop over time. Production and proper consumption that we should think that we should use it without harming environmental. To summarize it all, participating in national developmental programs is a vital investment for human to create opportunities for learning and is influenced by environment within which it exists. We are now living in an inquiry and innovation-oriented society that the demand for the 21st century is novelty, creativity, and integration of knowledge at the national and international level. Through research, critical and analytical thoughts, preparing the children and the youth of this generation to cope with the present situation, to sustain the need, and to develop skills and attitudes that will make us more flexible, creative, and innovative in dealing with uncertainties and crises at national and global level. Finally, please let me end this speech with a saying. Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember. Involve me and I learn. And the more we practice,
the more we get better in learning. Thank you very much for your time and more power.
เสียงปรบมือค่ะผู้เข้าประกวดนะคะลำดับที่ 12 ตัวแทนจากองค์การบริหารส่วนจังหวัดกาฬสินธุ์ค่ะกับหัวข้อที่ 2 ใช้เวลาไป 4 นาที 16 วินาทีค่ะ อย่าลืมปิดเสียงเครื่องมือสื่อสารด้วยนะคะ ลำดับถัดไปนะคะผู้เข้าประกวดลำดับที่ 13 ตัวแทนจากองค์การบริหารจังหวัดส่วนภูมิภาคส่วนชัยภูมินะคะกับหัวข้อที่ 1 เชิญค่ะ
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, honorable judges, teachers, and students. My name is Nishapat Sinongwang. I am a Matayom 5 student from the School of Bamdit Nalong Witiakom School. A pleasant day to everyone. Today, I am here to speak about bringing the King's philosophy to learning. His Majesty King Bhumibol Adulyadej was the 9th monarch of Thailand and became the longest reigning monarch in Thai history. On October 13, 2016, His Majesty passed away at the age of 88. The Thai nation was devastated. Many people, Thais and foreigners, have loved and worshipped him, not because he was our king, but for the contribution, wisdom, and love he gave to his people during the 65 years he reigned. During his reign, His Majesty had done so much for his people. He had created and was involved in many developmental projects to help his people and the country. In fact, one of his most significant development would be the Sufficiency Economy Philosophy, or SEP. Not many people know this, but King Bhumibol was not only a monarch, he was also a philosopher. He had developed an economic plan to help his country advance and live a sustainable lifestyle while maintaining traditional Thai values. This philosophy had 3 main principles, which are 1. Moderation, which is living within one's means. 2. Reasonableness, which refers to the consideration of the impact of our actions and decisions to others and the world around us. 3. Self-immunity, which is being aware of the risks before proceedings. This philosophy also promotes foundation building and adapting to changes in the material, social, environmental, and cultural conditions of the world. SEP can be used as a guide for individuals, communities, nation, and internationally. As a student, I believe that we can bring the King's philosophy and apply it towards our education and learning. To apply SEP into our education, we must start by thoroughly studying sufficiency economy and practicing the main principles in our everyday life with honesty, morality, and knowledge. There have been projects all around the schools that, both in the academic and the participatory content,
implemented in different schools all around Thailand. An example of this is where schools and teachers are developing a new method of education. Students are assigned work which reflects real problems of the 21st century, which they have to solve together in groups and teams. This creates a learning environment through sensible trial and error skills. Teachers can test and evaluate their students without being overly concerned whether the answer is right or wrong, because this is a process to test the students' way of thinking. Most importantly, it will teach the students how to be self-sufficient, hardworking, and improve their problem-solving skills, which cannot be solved, which cannot be learned through textbooks or lectures. Furthermore, instead of learning in the classroom, students can learn about self-sufficiency through hands-on projects. These can be any self-learning activities that the students are capable of doing, and emphasizes certain values, such as diligence, hard work, and frugality. An example of this in my school is a school bank project, which teaches students about moderation. This project shows the importance of saving as a way for future security. Another example is the bottle bank project, which derives from huge amounts of plastic waste that students use every day, which can later become trash left around the school. This project encourages the students to collect those plastic bottles and put them into the bottle bank. Not only will it be profitable towards the school and the children, it will also help clean the environment and promote the bottle bank project to each of the students' homes. In conclusion, by bringing the King's philosophy into our education, it can open so many doors for students. In other words, students would have more opportunities to learn and practice sufficiency economy philosophy and apply it towards their everyday life and their education. Not only will this improve their education, but they can also use it in the modern world. The sufficiency economy philosophy, or the King's philosophy, can help develop students' livelihoods and create students who are well-adjusted, well-adaptive, and productive citizens. Thank you for your attention today.
ขอเสียงปรบมือค่ะผู้เข้าประกวดนะคะลำดับที่ 13 นะคะตัวแทนจากองค์การบริหารส่วนจังหวัดชัยภูมิกับหัวข้อที่ 1 ใช้เวลาไป 5 นาที 6 วินาทีค่ะผู้เข้าประกวดลำดับถัดไปนะคะลำดับที่ 14 ค่ะตัวแทนจากองค์การบริหารส่วนจังหวัดนะคะประทุมธานีกับหัวข้อที่ 1 ขอเสียงปรบมือค่ะ
Good afternoon, guests, teachers, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Yadathita Nakornjit. I'm 17 years old. I'm in grade 12 from Sangkuk School, Prathum Thani Provincial Administrative Organizations. Today, I received the topic of bringing the King philosophy to learning. I want to say it as ISO, or my ISSO. First letter I, that's for I. Me, myself, everything should start from me. by myself, for myself, and be myself, whether good or bad, great or least, right or wrong, rich or poor, dream or real, desirable or undesirable, happy or sad, win or lose, aware or unaware. I am not a superhero in. I do trial and error practice and learn a lot. And however, I saw it from TV that King and family are working very hard every day. I'm very proud to be Thai. Self-sufficiency, which is feeling your life are good enough. If people feel their life are good enough, they will have a little grip. Second letter S, stand for stage. I start to build the mindset from English speak contest. I love to learn, read, write, and speak in English because English is fun. Each state of contest make me be strong and great challenges. The third letter S, stand for school. If I don't go to school, what will become to me? I am a mediator and a student council. I am participating in front of morning assembly activity. Education made me be good at reasonable sense of fairness. The last letter O, stand for opportunity. Opportunity is everywhere. Looking for it, both inside and outside classroom. Use this as a chance of your good experience. In technology, digital era, easy to use, you have to understand pro and con. Create and access World Wide Web platform, which open for everyone to search, to find, to grant, to create, or to see YouTube, to chat, to search Google, to ask Siri or Google Assistant. In conclusions, I apply King philosophy in my life. For example, at my family, I plant vegetable and fruit. For example, chili, basil, cucumber, coconut, and mango. I love it so much because I don't have to pay money to buy it, and I help my mother, my father save money. However, I still believe that good child today is a good adult tomorrow, and leaving no one behind, especially our parents. Don't make family straight social problems. Learning skill in machines and technologies are not difficult than learning ethics and morality. Do it yourself. Care enough for the living and pay much attention to our head, hand, heart, families, communities, others, and country. We need to look after our nations, our land. Finally, it is our responsibility to save environment, save life for stability, prosperity, sustainability, healthy and happy life. I would like to convey my gratitude to all my achieved in my life form. The person who gave me an opportunity, parents, teachers, friends, families, school, nations, religions, king and country, Thailand, which I will be giving good opportunity back to other also, I promise. My so, I am okay enough. Thank you once again for the great opportunity like today in Royal. Thank you.
ขอเสียงปรบมือค่ะผู้ประกวดนะคะลำดับที่ 14 ค่ะตัวแทนจากองค์การบริหารส่วนจังหวัดนะคะปทุมธานี หัวข้อที่ 1 นะคะใช้เวลาทั้งหมดไป 4 นาที 21 วินาทีค่ะ
Good
ผู้เข้าประกวดคนสุดท้ายนะคะลำดับที่ 15 ตัวแทนจากเทศบาลนครเชียงรายกับหัวข้อที่ 2 เชิญค่ะ ขอเสียงปรบมือค่ะ
Test. Meaning of nation, I know you know. Meaning of development, no one does know. Meaning of opportunity, everyone exactly know. Participating, creating of learning. Today, I will show. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Padisara. For today, I am proud to be the representative of Chiang Rai Municipality School 6 to talk about participating in national development and creating opportunities for learning. Do you think education is important to you, a nation? Do you create by yourself or others give it to you? Will you keep it by your own or share it to others? What will you do for our next future? These questions occur when I got this topic today, and I also asked myself, what should I do for this today's speech? The answers I relate with my daily routine in 2 ways. Do it by heart and use technology. First, do it by heart. You have to see what is your passion and focus on your path. Because I believe that with true passion, everyone can do and learn by heart. And you can develop both yourself and nation as well. For example, I'm not good at mathematics. I couldn't get high scores and no passion in it. But when I come to English, which I always love it, I can do the test with the higher scores. Moreover, English is in huge demand for my future career. As a result, it can open many doors for me, for making opportunities of being successful, making new friends, and getting the great earning. Moreover, English is also involved in my life all the time, like watching Netflix, speaking with friends, or doing content in my social medias. And I want to read more and more. Do you know, sometimes I got some money from it as well, both from tutoring my friends and doing YouTube channel. That I'm not sure it's the opportunities of learning or not. But for me, it's the opportunity for collecting money while practicing myself surely. See, do things by heart. We develop not only for ourselves, but also for others. And it's making the amazing opportunity in our whole wide world too. Next, learning with technology and using it wisely. It's the way that we live with our topic today definitely. In the past, you just went to the library to search data or in the information. But before you got it, you may spend your whole life there to find. But now, Google or any search engines help you to search data from the internet by just a click, and it's always up to date as well. Someone said you can find soup to nuts in the internet. You can find anything you want. You can access in overseas university, or you can talk with friends from many places around the world by using your mobile phone that you always hold all the time. See, this easiest way of smart learning from smart learning is more accurate and no wasting time. Unbelievably, she even good for people who live in a place far from the urban side and no money. I would say that we are creating the opportunity of learning for everyone equally, and it develops both ourselves and our nation forward definitely. To summarize, participating in national development and creating opportunity for learning is not difficult to do, but start or begin at yours and using technology wisely is the most difficult thing to do, because everything you choose is a punch, like this poem. Passion, take no, set go, and show my soul. Friends and others, they all do know. Sharing knowledge to nation though, chances create everywhere we grow. Make life equal by not divide,
เดี๋ยวขอเวลาสักครู่นะคะคณะกรรมการจะมีอะไรพูดคุยกับน้องๆนะคะแต่ว่าตอนนี้ขออนุญาตลงคะแนนให้กับน้องๆสักครู่ค่ะเวลาที่กำหนดให้นะคะ2คะแนนค่ะลีลาวัฒนศิลป์ชวนฟังค่ะ3คะแนนค่ะน้ำเสียงชัดเจนไม่ตะกุกตะกักเว้นจังหวะนั้นได้ถูกต้องหนักเบาสอดคล้องกับเครื่องที่จับได้3คะแนนค่ะภาษาที่ใช้เข้าใจง่ายเหมาะสมกับระดับชั้นและกาลเทศะนะคะ3คะแนนค่ะออกเสียงได้อย่างชัดเจนค่ะ3คะแนนค่ะสามารถสร้างแรงบันดาลใจสามารถสร้างบรรยากาศนะคะที่ดึงดูดใจผู้ฟังได้ดีอีก3คะแนนค่ะมีความคิดริเริ่มสร้างสรรค์3คะแนนค่ะมีเหตุผลน่าเชื่อถือสอดคล้องกับเรื่องที่จับได้นะคะ3คะแนนค่ะมีไหวพริบนะคะในการแก้ไขปัญหาเฉพาะหน้า3คะแนนค่ะข้อเสนอแนะเป็นรูปธรรมสามารถนำไปทำตามได้3คะแนนค่ะปรากฏตัวด้วยความเชื่อมั่นมั่นใจไม่แสดงอาการประหม่า2คะแนนค่ะกริยาท่าทางขณะพูด6คะแนนค่ะรวมทั้งสิ้นเป็น50คะแนนซึ่งทางกรรมการนะคะจะรวมคะแนนนะคะแล้วก็เฉลี่ยออกมาเป็น100 ล้านค่ะ
ข
participated in this speech competition. You guys did an exceptional job. So I would like to congratulate yourself. And I also want to give credits to the teachers who train their students. You should be proud of too. And reaching out this far is, you're already a winner. So be happy. And so I wrote down some words that I noticed. Some of you are first timer joining this competition. So when it comes to speech competition, you should have the confident. Some of you has monotone voice or nervous. The voice is kind of stuttering a lot, but it's okay. It's your first time, so we already expect that as a judges. And also, I noticed that some of you mispronounce some words, and it sounds like you're reading an encyclopedia. So when in speech competition, you have to use the right pause in each word. So, and also using the stage and also stressing the words, emphasizing the words, using the hand gesture and the body language. It helps a lot. It's convincing for the audience and the judges too. Okay, that's what I noticed. But overall performance, you did an exceptional job. Clear pronunciation, right use of tone, good introduction. Yes. What else? Interesting topic, information delivered well. So those are what I noticed about. So everyone did a really good job. And I'm so grateful that I'm part of this committee and I experienced this speech competition. So thank you so much.
ขอบคุณมิสเตอร์จอห์นเซนต์นะคะอีกหนึ่งท่านค่ะกรรมการการตัดสินท่านที่สองนะคะดร.สตีเฟนจอห์นค่ะเชิญค่ะ
Good afternoon, everyone here, and it's good to be here to be the judge for this speech competition. So you guys did a fantastic job, and first thing is, it's really great to be part of the speech competition because you are here because for some reason. Because if you are good, then you come out of your school to be outside to participate in the competition. But that means you have made the first step good, so you are here. So everyone, they're good with your introduction. So I found it. Yeah, I wrote some comments. So yeah, everyone, you were good with your clarity, good introduction, and then moving into your, say, speech delivery. So the style, some of you lacked a bit of the style. So say pronouncing, and also about say the next step is about how you develop the topic. Say how relevant your topic, the speech was with your topic. I think most of you were sticking to your topic, and some of you were deviating a bit from the topic. When it comes to speech, it's also something to do with your, say, your real life examples that gives a lot of value or gives a good score to you. If you can share a lot from your personal point of view that gives a plus always. And the next thing is about being creative. So if you've been given a topic, it's always good to be thinking out of the box. And I think some of you were doing that, so that was good. The next thing is about we give some say how to solve problems. You have to be confident enough to say, because that's the time you're making an impact in your speech. That's the time you're capturing the audience. That's when you are trying to prove a point. So that's the time you have to be more confident and make your conclusions or your suggestions clear to the audience. And some of you did that, and some of you didn't do it. And what else? The last part is, your body language and your eye contact. I think most of you were able to do that. You had a good eye contact, and some of them I think you lacked a bit of confidence, or you were not able to see the audience and make it more appealing. So if you can practice that, that would be good. So on the whole, everyone did a fantastic job, and happy to be part of this competition. Thank you, and wish you good luck.
Okay, you want to hear me in English or in Thai? In Thai, right? Okay, I have only one point to add. Well, this is a very formal speech competition. So you can relax, you can speak, with your confidence. But anyway, don't be too relaxed. ขอเป็นภาษาไทยนะคะมันอาจจะฟังดูสุภาพหน่อยเวลาใน speech competition มันเป็น formal มันเป็นทางการมากเพราะฉะนั้นไม่ว่าจะเป็นท่าทางอะไรก็ตามนะการถือไมโครโฟนการ deliver the speech อย่าเดินไปเดินมามันไม่ควรจะเดินถ้าในต่างประเทศเนี่ยเขาจะมีสแตนด์ทุกคนใส่สูทแม้กระทั่งเป็นนักศึกษาเป็นอะไรอย่างเงี้ยนะคะแล้วก็พูดด้วยท่าทางที่ฟอร์มอลนะเพราะท่าทางมันไม่ใช่ทอล์กโชว์ของโดนได้พาทีอะไรที่เราต้องเอนเตอร์เทนมากๆเพราะนั้นจำให้คำเดียวฟอร์มอลนะคะแค่นั้นแหละค่ะ
Okay,
นั่งรถมาแล้วดีอ่ะมันจะมีแล้วมีเป็นไรพี่หน้าเป็นเช็คหนึ่งนะพี่หน้าไปเอาพี่หน้าไปเอานะครับก็ฝนตกถ้าผมพูดถึงข้างนอกสารพัด
ช่วงนี้คณะกรรมการการตรวจสอบผลนะครับเพื่อความถูกต้องนะครับเสร็จเรียบร้อยครับสำหรับการแข่งขันสุดโทรภาษาอังกฤษระดับมัธยมศึกษาตอนปลายนะครับผลส่งมาเรียบร้อยแล้วครับปรบมือให้กับการตัดสินของคณะกรรมการด้วยครับตอนนี้เราได้ผลมาเรียบร้อยแล้วนะครับคงไม่ต้องถามว่าจะดำเนินรายการเป็นภาษาอะไรแน่นอนไทยครับเนื่องจากวันวิ่งทั้งหมดทุกเวทีนะฮะไปจีนมาเมื่อกี้ยังจูนไม่ทันเลยฮะอยู่ประเทศจีนมาถึงนี่แล้วฮะเป็นยังไงบ้างครับการแข่งขันวันนี้หายตื่นเต้นได้ยังครับน้องๆอยากเพราะว่ารอผลเนาะนั้นตื่นเต้นกันต่อเลยครับผลเป็นมือวันเรียบร้อยแล้วครับโอกาสนี้นะครับเราได้รับเกียรติจากท่านรองนายกเทศมนตรีเมืองร้อยเอ็ดครับได้กรุณาให้เกียรติมามอบรางวัลให้กับผู้ที่ได้รางวัลในครั้งนี้ขอเสียงปรบมือต้อนรับท่านเรืองรัตนโภคาสถิตรองนายกเทศมนตรีเมืองร้อยเอ็ดครับโดยรางวัลครั้งนี้มีรางวัลทั้งหมด5รางวัลแบ่งออกเป็นชมเชย2รางวัลนะครับและก็รางวัลชนะเลิศรองชนะเลิศอันดับ1และรองชนะเลิศอันดับ2ทราบมาว่ามีผู้เข้าแข่งขันถึง15ท่านใช่ไหมครับคณะกรรมการก็ต้องบอกว่ามีเพียง5คนที่จะได้ยินอีก10คนอาจจะต้องเสียใจแต่ไม่เป็นไรครับไม่ได้รับรางวัลวันนี้ให้เอาคำแนะนำคณะกรรมการทั้ง3ท่านกลับไปพัฒนาและผมเชื่อว่าถ้าเรายังตั้งมั่นในความมั่นใจในทางสายนี้ของเราสักวันหนึ่งเราจะเป็นผู้ที่ประสบความสำเร็จกันนะครับขออนุญาตเริ่มต้นที่รางวัลชมเชยครับรางวัลชมเชยการกล่าวสุนทรพจน์ภาษาอังกฤษระดับมัธยมศึกษาตอนปลายขอแสดงความยินดีกับโรงเรียนโรงเรียนบัวขาวสังกัดองค์การบริหารส่วนจังหวัดกาฬสินธุ์ครับคือด้านนู้นนะครับคือด้านนู้นนะครับคือด้านซ้ายมือตัวเองนะครับคือด้านซ้ายมือเลยนะครับรับเสร็จเรียบร้อยมีคุณครูด้วยไหมครับคุณครูด้วยไหมฮะเชิญคุณครูด้วยนะครับที่ผมต้องบอกว่าเชิญคุณครูขึ้นด้วยเพราะว่าคุณครูคือผู้ที่อยู่เบื้องหลังความสำเร็จของน้องๆวันนี้น้องได้รับรางวัลนอกจากน้องแล้วเราอยากให้คุณครูได้ขึ้นบันทึกภาพนี่คือผู้สร้างที่แท้จริงปรบมือให้กับคุณครูผู้สร้างทุกท่านเลยครับนี่คือชมเชยทีมแรกเลยนะครับโรงเรียนบัวขาวจากองค์การบริหารส่วนจังหวัดกาฬสินธุ์ครับไปต่อที่รางวัลชมเชยต่อไปอีก1ทีมครับรางวัลชมเชยการกล่าวสุนทรพจน์ภาษาอังกฤษขอแสดงความยินดีกับโรงเรียนโรงเรียนเทศบาลปลูกปัญญาในพระอุปถัมภ์สังกัดเทศบาลนครภูเก็ตครับเชิญเลยครับชมเชยครบแล้วต่อไปแสดงว่าเราจะเหลืออยู่3รางวัลนั่นคือชนะเลิศและรองอันดับ1และรองอันดับ2นะครับปรบมือให้กับเทศบาลปลูกปัญญาในพระอุปถัมภ์จากเทศบาลนครภูเก็ตครับยินดีด้วยนะครับไปที่รางวัลต่อไปครับเข้าสู่รางวัลรองชนะเลิศอันดับ2ครับประเภทการกล่าวสุนทรพจน์ภาษาอังกฤษม.ปลายรองชนะเลิศอันดับ2ขอแสดงความยินดีกับโรงเรียนโรงเรียนเตรียมอุดมศึกษาน้อมเกล้านครราชสีมาสังกัดองค์การบริหารส่วนจังหวัดนครราชสีมาครับ เรียบร้อยนะครับรองอันดับ2ยินดีด้วยนะครับเดินทางมาถึงรองชนะเลิศอันดับ1การกล่าวสุนทรพจน์ภาษาอังกฤษระดับมัธยมศึกษาตอนปลายนะครับรองชนะเลิศอันดับ1มาจากภาคใต้ครับยินดีด้วยกับโรงเรียนสาธิตเทศบาลนครเพชรครับสังกัดเทศบาลนครศรีธรรมราชยินดีด้วยครับตอนนี้แฟร์ๆเลยนะครับนครศรีธรรมราชจากภาคใต้และภูเก็ตนะครับรับไปภาคใต้2รางวัลแล้วส่วนภาคตะวันออกเฉียงเหนือกาฬสินธุ์และนครราชสีมาก็รับไป2แล้วนะครับมาดูรางวัลผู้ชนะดีกว่านะครับรางวัลชนะเลิศการกล่าวสุนทรพจน์ภาษาอังกฤษกลุ่มสาระการเรียนรู้ภาษาต่างประเทศระดับมัธยมศึกษาตอนปลายผู้ชนะขอแสดงความยินดีกับโรงเรียนมาจากภาคอีสานครับยินดีด้วยกับโรงเรียนขอลีลานิดนึงอาจารย์โรงเรียนบำเหน็จนรงค์วิทยาคมจังหวัดชัยภูมิครับยินดีด้วยครับกับบำเหน็จนรงค์วิทยาคมสังกัดองค์การบริหารส่วนจังหวัดชัยภูมินี่คือผู้ชนะการกล่าวสุนทรพจน์ภาษาอังกฤษระดับออนไลน์ปีนี้นะครับยินดีด้วยครับเรียนเชิญผู้ที่ได้รับรางวัลทั้ง5ท่านบันทึกภาพร่วมกับท่านรองนายกเทศมนตรีเมือง101ครับช็อตที่1นะครับส่วนช็อตที่2ต่อไปจะได้เรียนเชิญคณะกรรมการอีก3ท่านนะครับช็อตที่1ก่อนนะครับทุกท่านสามารถไปกดเซฟรูปภาพทั้งหมดนี้ได้ที่แฟนเพจ Facebook การประกวดการจัดการครั้งนี้มหกรรมการจัดการศึกษาท้องถิ่นระดับประเทศครั้งที่11ที่แฟนเพจ Facebook จะอัปเดตภาพการประกาศรางวัลการแข่งขันทั้งหมดทุกกิจกรรมนะครับอยู่ในแฟนเพจ Facebook ไปดาวน์โหลดได้เลยนะครับและต่อไปเรียนเชิญคณะกรรมการทั้ง3ท่านได้ให้เกียรติขึ้นบันทึกภาพร่วมกับน้องๆปรบมือให้กับคณะกรรมการของเราทั้ง3ท่านด้วยครับสุดยอดมากครับคณะกรรมการ3ท่านของเราครับโดยผู้ที่ได้รับรางวัลทั้ง5รางวัลพรุ่งนี้ติดต่อรับเงินรางวัลที่บริเวณเวทีลานสาเกตบึงพลานชัยนะครับอาจารย์พานุไปติดต่อรับได้ในวันพรุ่งนี้นะครับสำหรับผู้ที่ได้รับรางวัลนะครับยินดีด้วยกับทุกโรงเรียนทุกสถาบันขอบพระคุณอาจารย์ผู้ฝึกสอนน้องๆทุกท่านขอบพระคุณคณะกรรมการที่ร่วมตัดสินขอบพระคุณคณะกรรมการอาจารย์ประจำสนามแข่งขันแห่งนี้นะครับขอบพระคุณครับอีกหนึ่งภาพเรียนเชิญคณะกรรมการประจำสนามแข่งขันของเราครับครูผู้ฝึกสอนเชิญครับครูผู้ฝึกสอนเชิญด้วยครับยืนกับน้องๆเลยครับเชิญเลยครับทุกท่านเลยครับน้องๆด้านหน้าน้องๆด้านหน้านั่งได้ในรูปนั่งได้ไหมเชิญครับเชิญคุณครูครับเชิญคุณ